All right, good morning. This is for claim number 2091D191K. Today we're going to be doing a repairability assessment. Here's one of the shingles in question. I've been licensed by the Building Experts Institute as a certified repairability assessor for asphalt shingle roofing systems. We're going to go ahead and see if we can do a repair on one of these damaged shingles here. I think the estimate or the scope of work roughly has about 50 shingles widespread throughout the entirety of the roof. So today we're going to be doing a repair attempt. All right. So first thing we're going to do here is break the seal on this shingle so we can do a repair. I'm going to try to use my hands as little as possible here. This roof was installed in 2012, so it's got some age to it. I'm going to try to be as careful as we can to try to minimize any damages to the surrounding shingles. That one, and then we're going to do one more because this is a pretty high build. Got one or two already coming loose. Alright, let's find these nails. So the manufacturer says I can lift this shingle 45 degrees. I'm not going to do that, but I am going to lift it up high enough to find these nail heads, which it looks like. Some of them might pull through. So we kind of already assumed that those would tear through for the most part. We're going to try to get these in there. As you can see, it's got severe granular loss on it. So one thing I want to note is the shingle above it, as you can see, serious material transfer tearing through. So, you know, that goes without saying that obviously the shingle above it is going to be no good. Actually, shingle below it as well too. Make sure we got all these nails. we're gonna put the new shingle in here. Probably gonna have to cut it. Try to make it fit as best we can. So one thing I want to note is, you can see here, the new shingle has about a 1/2 inch, 3/8 of an inch of more of overhang because the shingle that's on this roof is no longer available. So that's going to make this new shingle, this replacement shingle, more susceptible to wind damage. So when we turn this video off, we're going to have to replace this with a tarp. Because this is not a certified repair. I'll go ahead and try to tuck it up a little bit. I'm not going to nail all the nails in. I'm going to get it just enough where we can examine. One on each corner just to speed this video up a little bit. Okay. Show a couple things here. I'm using my little paintbrush. Thank you, sir. All right, now, so I've already showed you that the dimensions don't fit. Even with me pushing it back as far as I can, you can obviously see the overlap. But just want to point out a couple things here. A few failure points that stuck out first and foremost. Obviously, you can see the granular loss. That kind of goes without saying. Using my brush here, we have multiple appliques now that are unsealed. Here goes another one. So this applique became unsealed just from removing the shingle below it. With a brush, you can lightly see this is now creased. Also with mat transfer. So let me do this. Going to the shingle or two above it, as you can see, some pretty serious mat transfers going on here. The shingle has torn through. It will not seal properly. It has ripped away. material is actually stuck into the shingle below it, as well as the shingle below it as well, sorry. So on the underside. Coming over here, serious mat transfer all the way down. So, just off of those things I've showed you here, we can go down our list, right? So creasing, it definitely failed. Brittle test, kind of all conjoins together. Fail, obviously. Mat transfer, I just showed you that. That's also a fail. Granular loss, that goes without saying. It's a fail. So I hope I've demonstrated the repairability factor of this roof, and thank you for taking the time to view this.